let's have a look at working out ionic charges of your elements converted into ions using the periodic table. You should be able to do this for a lot of your metals and a lot of your non-metals for when it comes to ionic bonding. So please watch my previous videos if you just cannot remember how to do that, but just a quick little trick. So everything in group 1 has 1 electron in its outer shell. Therefore, remember it's unstable because it's an incomplete outer shell, so it can gain 7 electrons and or lose 1. It's going to be easier for it to lose that electron. That means we have a sort of extra charge in the middle, extra proton that cannot be cancelled out with the lost electron. Therefore, everything in group 1 will have a charge of 1 plus. Same with group 2. So everything in group 2, or similar concept, has 2 electrons in its outer shell. So it can lose 2 or gain 6. It's going to lose the 2 electrons. Therefore, it's going to have 2 extra protons in the nucleus that cannot cancel out with a negative charge. So everything in group 2 is going to form a 2 plus ion with group 3. So remember that metals always form positive ions and non-metals always form negative ions. So here aluminium is our metal. This is going to have 3 electrons in its outer shell, so it can lose 3 or gain 5, and it's going to end up losing 3, so aluminium will have a 3 plus charge. Now here when it comes to nitrogen, nitrogen is in group 5, therefore it has 5 electrons in its outer shell, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Missing 3 electrons. It can gain 3 electrons or lose 5, so it's actually going to end up gaining 3 electrons. So now we've gained negative charge, so the charge on this ion is going to be 3 minus. Oxygen has 6 electrons in its outer shell, so it's going to gain 2 extra electrons to complete the octet rule. Octet rule just means a full outer shell, or 8 electrons for GCSE anyway. And then for fluorine has 7 electrons in its outer shell, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it needs to gain 1 more, so it's going to have a minus charge or 1 minus charge. We don't necessarily put the ones when it comes to the plus and minus. And remember, your halogens are very stable and they are inert. That means they do not react because they have a complete outer shell. They have 8 electrons in its outer shell because they are found in group 0 or group 8.